very most beautiful Libras. How is everyone? I hope you guys are all doing amazing. So my lovelies, we are going to be doing your June monthly reading. This is a general reading and it may not be able to resonate for all of you. So if you want something that is meant for your exact energy, then I do have personals open and everything that you'll need to know will be in the description box below for you. So archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors, please deliver clear messages with a very clear understanding for my most beautiful Libras. Please, may the messages that need to be heard the very most, please come through, and may they please find those who need to hear it. Please show me Libra's energy, a very clear message with a very clear understanding. All right, my lovelies, let's take a look and see what we've got going on for you. All right, we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so I do feel like you guys are kind of dealing with an upsetting situation. We have the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Wands in the reverse, and then the Moon card here, Six of Swords in the reverse. So, having a hard time moving on from something with that Six of Swords in the reverse. There could be it could be either very abruptly stopping communication or, you know, just a lack of communication, no communication. Just take it how it resonates. Some of you guys, it will be very abruptly. You know, somebody could have just ghosted you or just stopped communicating, stopped texting back, that kind of thing. For others of you, there's just no communication. I feel like you're having a hard time moving past it, you know, being really upset about the situation. You have the Hangman and the Ten of Cups for your thoughts and communication. So for the thoughts, you have the Hangman. Like I said, I feel like you've been really dealing with this upsetting situation. I feel like it's something you've been maybe a little bit stuck in. Maybe you haven't been able to move past. Okay, and I can see that's why the Hangman is showing up, especially with the Six of Swords in the reverse. The Ten of Cups for your communication. It's like, I feel like you really want this. You feel like you guys can talk this out. You really do feel like you guys could get to a really, a good place, a happy place if you guys could just talk. You know, and maybe this person isn't communicating with you and you don't understand, you know, why, when you feel like whatever you guys are going through is something that can be worked out. Okay. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse for your emotions. So there could be some kind of remorse. Okay. That's what this is feeling like. And this is in your emotions. I'm getting a lot of like would've, could've, should've energy, Libra. And I just feel like it's because you want this person and you're having a hard time moving on, and that you feel like whatever happened between the two of you, whether you did something or not. So some of you guys could have done something and it kind of maybe caused a fight and it caused no communication or caused an ending. You know, if you guys, you know, did something, you know, I feel like you're feeling a lot of remorse about that. Even if you didn't actually do anything, I feel like it's that like would've, could've, should've energy. You know, wish you would have handled things different, or wish you would have said this, you know, that kind of a thing. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse for what your intuition is trying to tell you. So we're going to clarify all of these, but to me this kind of feels like something isn't balanced, and maybe this is what it is. So for some of you guys, if you were feeling like, you know, wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that kind of a thing, it really could be like maybe you feel that you didn't put the effort in that you should have, or that you could have put in, or the attention or the time or whatever it is. And I feel like you guys are just like really beating yourselves up right now, having a lot of regrets about a situation, really beating yourselves, blaming yourselves when you probably shouldn't be. You know, I just feel like you're just feeling very down, okay? And I just feel like you're being pretty hard on yourselves right now. So we have the Three of Wands here. And this is in the area of what you're trying to ground, what you're trying to manifest. So, you know, to me, this is a card of hope still. So you still have hope for the future. It's future planning. It could be a card of delegation. It could be a card of sending something out as well. So some of you guys could be intending to send out a message, or, you know, hoping for a more positive outcome. And I feel like that's what you guys are trying to, you know, align with here. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse for your stability this week. So I feel like you guys have been trying to, I don't want to say let go, but kind of, you know, trying to cope is the way I feel like I want to say it. the Four of Pentacles can be releasing something that you've been holding on to very tightly. And maybe you are trying to, you've just been having a hard time with that Six of Swords in the reverse. You've been feeling very stuck here. So maybe this week you're deciding, you know what, I can't stay here. I can't stay like this. I need to start to move forward. Or it could just be, not holding on so tightly, So like I said, we are going to clarify these. I just wanted to go over them quickly first. King of Cups here for what you're creating. So I like this for you, okay? There's a lot of love in this situation, and this can be self-love, self-compassion, and it can also just be being a lot more emotionally mature, seeing things from a, more mature, wiser perspective, or just having, oh my goodness, guys, having a good handle on your emotions. The King of Cups, the great thing about him is regardless of what is going on, he is totally in control of his emotions. He does not let anything take him out of his energy. Okay. And I feel like that's something that you could be, stepping into this week where you're like, you know what? Yes, I do want this person. Yes, I'm still missing them. Yes, I'm not over it, but that's okay. I can still be happy. I can still work on me. I can still focus. I can still function. I can still cope. I feel like you guys could be stepping into a more empowered energy, a more energy where you feel like you have a better handle on things, especially if you've been having a really hard time. So for what you're destroying, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. So we're going to need to take a look and see what that's all about. I do feel like it could just be an energy of maybe you're letting go, especially with this Four of Pentacles in the reverse too. You could be letting go of some of these, I want to say false things that you've been holding on to, especially with the Hangman, because this can be talking, and the King of Cups. All of these energies, are saying that you are, I don't say that you're getting wiser, you're getting a better handle on the situation. So maybe up to this point, you have been really blaming yourself, being really hard on yourself, okay? And, I wish I would have done this, I should have done that kind of a thing. But I feel like you're starting to let go of some of that stuff that you've been holding on to, and some of these resentments and, harder feelings, okay? And whether that's resentments towards this person or resentments towards yourself, blame, these are the things that I feel like you are, getting to this place where you're able to let some of that go. And that's very, it's really beautiful. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse for the challenge. Some of you guys, especially the Four of Cups being here, which can be a card of rejection, you could be feeling, I'm reading this a couple different ways, you could be feeling very rejected by this person. That could be triggering emotionally as well. It could bring up abandonment stuff. It can bring up self-worth stuff, self-esteem things. So, there could be a lot going on. And maybe that's some of the stuff that you're releasing as well, recognizing, where somebody else's actions and somebody else's stuff doesn't have to be you. Okay. And just because somebody can't see your value does not decrease your value. Your value is still your value. Okay. The Ace of Cups in the reverse can also sometimes to me be an outpouring of emotions, just like where things have just been, overwhelming emotionally, it's almost like too much. And I feel like that's a situation, that's something that you have been in. That's why it's showing up as your challenge, but challenges can be overcome. And I see that you're doing that here, because what you don't see coming is the strength. You have more strength than and I feel like you're reaching it and finding it. Like I said, I feel like you're stepping into a new energy. So if you've been having a really hard time handling this breakup, handling this person, this person's absence, you are stepping into a stronger energy, a more empowered energy, seeing things clearly. You're not putting as much blame on you when it shouldn't be. You're not, allowing somebody else's inability to see your value decrease your value. So I feel like you're releasing a lot. I feel like you're stepping into a stronger, more empowered energy. You're finding the strength within inside of yourself because you always had it. So let's take a look. Tell me about this. Tell me about this Hangman energy. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. So it's like you feel like you've been stuck ever since this person has walked away. I feel like you have tried to move forward yourself, but it's been very difficult, and you feel like you haven't made any progress. But the thing is I feel like you have, and you're grieving. When somebody leaves our life, whether they pass away or whether they, break up with us, either way, they are just as absent from our life. We still have to learn to live without them the same way. It is still grieving. Okay. And I feel like sometimes people can be like, oh, well, it's just a breakup. And I don't like that, because, you're grieving. Somebody still just is gone from your life. You still have to go through the same process. And it's still painful. So you're going through something. Be compassionate towards yourself. Okay. Be compassionate towards yourself. And all of this time, whether it's been a week or whether it's been a year, however long it's been that you've been going through this grieving process, that's okay. We all take our own time. We all grieve differently. We all, there is no time stamp on healing. So, you have made progress, even if you don't see it. But I feel like you guys are leveling up in it. I feel like you guys are finally getting to this place where you're realizing that you do have the strength and you are seeing things a little bit more clear and you are starting to feel better. Tell me about this Five of Swords in the reverse. The Hermit. Yeah, you've done a lot of inner reflection in this time apart, okay, where you really have looked at, and that's the thing that we're supposed to do. We all make mistakes in relationships. We all do things or don't do things or say things or should have said things. Everybody does that. And I feel like you guys have learned a huge lesson from this situation, from this relationship, from this breakup, because you guys have been able to really go within and take a look and say, what, I should have done this differently and I could have, and next time I can do this better. It's not about beating yourself up. It's just about growing. We are all here trying to grow, trying to do better. Every single one of us. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles in the reverse. The Five of Cups. So yeah, you're grieving. You're having a lot of grief, and this person isn't giving to the situation, and that makes it difficult and that makes it painful. Three of Wands. And I feel like one of the things that's kept you holding on is this hope, Ace of Swords. That there would be some kind of breakthrough within the connection, or there would be some kind of clarity, some communication. But, sometimes it takes the death of hope to be able to let somebody go. Slipknot says that. And it's holding on to that sometimes can keep us stuck. And I feel like that's something that you're realizing. Okay, because that's been something that you want, and it's okay to still want something. It's just, and it's a process. However you feel is okay. However you feel is okay, Libra. Tell me about this Four of Pentacles in the reverse. What is Libra going to be releasing? Wow, it's to the Nine of Pentacles. So you are releasing, some of this stuff that's you've been taking on that's not meant for you, and stepping into definitely a more empowered energy. Definitely stepping into this energy where you're learning to be okay on your own. And that's a really powerful place to be. Tell me about this King of Cups. The Nine of Wands. You're finding the strength within you. You're seeing things in a lot more, like a much more wise way, a much more mature way. You're getting to this place where you're getting protective of your peace. You're getting to a more emotionally stable place, and you're not giving up. Nine of Wands. I love this for you. You guys are really taking back your power, okay? Really, really stepping into a very empowered energy. Tell me about this Four of Cups in the reverse. The Strength card. You do have the strength, and you always did. And I feel like that's why you're able to start to let some of this go. You're finding the strength to do that because you realize you don't have to take that on. Tell me about this Ace of Cups in the reverse. The Five of Wands. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's just been a big challenge, and it's been very, an outpouring of emotions, especially for those of you where things ended, very badly. I feel like, it was like a very intense, negative breakup. I do feel like there was just an extra layer of stuff that has to get worked through within you, and it just added to the outpouring. But you guys are doing it, and that's the most important thing, and you can see it here in your cards. The Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, the Strength card, the Hermit. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles. You're stepping into such an empowered energy. And the thing is what you don't see coming is the Strength card. You do have the strength. And the Sun card. There is happiness coming in for you. Some of you guys could have a new Leo coming in for you as well with that energy there. But I'm so happy that this came up, because Spirit they want you to know, that you do have the strength, even if it doesn't feel like it, and you have made progress, and you are getting there. And what you don't see coming is happiness. And maybe right now you can't see that. You're like, there's no way, the way that I feel, there's no way I'm gonna, but there is. It is coming, okay? And you do have the strength. So I'm going to be sending you guys lots of extra prayers and love and light. If this resonates, please let me know in the comments down below. If it doesn't, check out your other placements. Everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or about scheduling your personals, all of that is going to be in the description box for you. If you like the way that I read, please like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, guys, if you want personal prayers for any reason at all, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. So I am sending so much love and light. Until next time.